Hello YouTube. So I've got another little computer here. Picked up at a thrift store for pretty much next to nothing. Expecting this just to be, a case with some dead components in it. I just liked the look of the case and it was only €7.5. So I was like, eh. Still have to take off that badge, but aside from that, the case is absolutely in great shape. Barely any scratching at all. Got a lot of extra goodies, so like the card reader here, got a floppy drive. So yeah, I've got a DVD drive in there. So everything is IDE, so it's a little bit on the old side. This PC would be about 2005-ish. Still got all the 4 feet. Got a shroud back there. There we go. Here's the back side of it. Power supply here, 450 watts. Exhaust fan right here, that's about as dead as it gets. Got your typical rare I/O, parallel, VGA, PS2 ports, 6 USB 2.0s, 10100 Ethernet, basic jacks. There's a video card right there, and of course we got a modem because, well, you got to get on the internet some way, I guess. Right then, let's pull off the side panel. It's a bit of a cheap case overall, but inside it's actually very sturdy. It's decent steel, but the side panels are a bit flimsy. So let's take a look inside here at what we've got. So it's an ASRock motherboard in there. It's a P4V M800. You can see down there. So yeah, the modem card is right there. This is the video card. As you can see, it needs auxiliary power. Turns out this is an AGP version of the ATI Radeon HD 3450, which is actually pretty decent. I mean, for €7.50, if that card actually turns out to work correctly, I couldn't get to work on a Windows XP though, then we could have a really nice system on our hands here. Or at least I could sell the card and already make a profit, because these cards are quite wanted because they're one of the more powerful AGP cards out there. They're still pretty recent in terms of support. Perfect for media and whatnot. You would just need a DVI to HDMI adapter, because this does not have HDMI, unfortunately, which would make it extra desirable. Got a typical Intel cooler here. It's a bit dusty, but I can't be bothered just yet. So there's that. There's a Celeron underneath. I believe it's a 2.5 gigahertz or something. Not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. Probably just gonna, tear everything apart, take the board out, and put an Athlon XP build in there. But I'm not fully sure yet. I'll have to think about it. I do have another Pentium 4 laying around somewhere, like 2.66 or something, but that's barely an upgrade. I mean, the Athlon XP 2000 is already pretty close in terms of performance. But yeah, 80 gig Seagate down there. Added that later. Got some cabling back there for the card reader and the floppy drive. Both work just fine, apparently. DVD drive works just fine. Has a gig of RAM in it, DDR. So honestly, it's just a great little system. Seems to work just fine as well, but aside from the video card, it does not really want to work. But I think that's related to this shitty VIA chipset on there. That's just not really wanting to play nice. Because I remember that ASRock boards back in the day actually had some issues with the AGP driver, where you actually had to boot the system up on integrated graphics, install the AGP driver, then add a video card and install the driver for that. If you left it in, it would not install the driver because it could not find the device or something like that. I had some issues like that a couple years ago as well, so not sure what's up with that, but that's what you get for these very El Cheapo boards. So yeah, I'm not going to bother turning it on just now, because this is just basically an introduction video to this little case here, with pretty good power supply. It's yeah, it's pretty generic, but hell, I'm not going to invest in a power supply if I got one for free. And 450 watts should be enough because I'm not even going to put nearly that much load on it. So it should last for a good while as well that way. So that pretty much concludes the video here on this little case. And yeah, there are more videos to come. I really like micro ATX cases like this because, you know, those big ATX towers are very hard to put in storage here. Take up a lot of space, and this you can just slide it underneath somewhere, and barely takes up any space. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.